The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is the global leader in the fight against blood cancers. Since it was founded back in 1949, listen to this, Montel, more than $1.3 billion has been invested in blood cancer research.
Wow. LLS has helped advance more than 85% of the blood cancer treatments approved by the FDA since 2017.
And each year, their flagship community fundraising campaign, Light the Night, brings together approximately 1 million people at 140 evening walks across North America.
And every walk is filled with music, fireworks, and an empowering ceremony celebrating survivors, honoring patients, and remembering those we've lost. Take a look at this.
An estimated 1.3 million people in the United States are either living with or are in remission from leukemia, lymphoma, or myeloma. And Kaden is one of them. At 3 years old, he was diagnosed with a high-risk form of blood cancer, Philadelphia chromosome-positive acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
So as soon as we heard the diagnosis, it honestly felt like my heart imploded. I remember my hands and feet going numb, my heart was pounding, and I just collapsed on the bed. There's nothing that can prepare a parent to hear those words, and I just was overwhelmed with emotion and was in complete shock. So my mission after hearing the diagnosis was honestly just to get him through the surgeries, the chemotherapy, all the overnight hospital stays, and to try to just be there to love on him and support him through this process, as well as being there for my oldest, because I recognized that it was going to be just as challenging for him as it was for my youngest.
The Addison family found a strong support system at the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society after a friend encouraged them to sign up for Light the Night.
So about 3 months after Cayden's diagnosis, I decided to start a fundraising team for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. They don't just use the money for research, which is very important for treatment, but they also use it to support the families. They also use it to find new medication and treatment for patients who are living with this. This is obviously a very emotional time, and so I just really wanted to do my part in helping with that. The event of being able to go in person and hold lanterns up to show support for folks who are going through this was something that I was really drawn to.
Participants carry illuminated lanterns in 3 colors. Patients and survivors carry white, supporters red, and those walking in memory of loved ones lost to cancer carry gold.
So originally when I started the team, I was just going to post a link for the Light the Night team that I had created, but I decided that I wanted to share Cayden's story on Facebook as well as on my Instagram account. So I was completely overwhelmed by the response that we received. My original goal was only $1,000, and within 48 hours we had raised over $3,000. At the end of all of this, we ended up raising well over $10,000. Was brought to tears several times just by people's generosity. It really showed the power of the community that I had and all the support that my family had throughout this journey.
Each Light the Night event is an inspirational and memorable evening where family, friends, and coworkers gather to celebrate, remember, and honor those touched by cancer, like Kaden, who is LLS's National Honored Hero of the 2021 Light the Night campaign.
I was very surprised when they asked him to be the National Honored Hero. Obviously, I'm biased, and I think my son is the cutest and the sweetest little boy, but we were very honored and so proud that he could represent the organization that has, been such a blessing to us. I've been able to connect with other parents and specifically other mothers who have been through a similar journey. You immediately know that person's deepest pain, and it's an instant connection. The Leukemia Lymphoma Society has been such an incredible support throughout this journey. They have people that I can reach out to whenever I need support. There are people who have dedicated their lives, people who have dedicated their time to something that is going to positively impact my son. So even though this was hands down the hardest thing that I had ever experienced in my life, I didn't want this time and this diagnosis to be in vain. I really wanted to be able to channel the energy, the hurt, the anger into something positive to make an impact not just for Cayden, but other families that come after us. So I'm really looking forward to this year's Light the Night and the opportunity to celebrate in person around other survivors and other supporters of this cause.
You can participate, donate, sponsor, or volunteer for a Light the Night event by visiting lightthenight.org. And for helpful information and support services, visit lls.org.